Previously on Squad Sprint.
Like Arab is going to stay ahead for the meantime, but you can see all those proximity arrows with all of the drivers jostling for position. But Niren and Brembo side by side, inside line for Brembo. Breaks there. That's going to allow Photon to go around the outside at turn 5. Not something you see very often. Another side by side moment into Ferradura. Inside line though for the Mercedes, rather close to Brembo even. And here comes Sally up the inside. Sally up the inside at turn 1 takes the position, but it is going to be James that claims another victory. The last time he won was in Bahrain, which was when I was doing the commentary, so you're welcome, James.
Hello everyone, and welcome along to round number 20 of the Veloce Esports Squad Sprint. We've arrived at the Japanese Grand Prix, the 5.8 kilometre, 18 turn Suzuka circuit. Without doubt, one of the best tracks on the Formula 1 calendar. With the magnificent swooping S's corners, spoon carve and the majestic 130R, it really is a challenge for the drivers. We're all set for a classic race here in the land of the rising sun. Veloce James took the victory last time out. Can he win again to strengthen his championship hopes? Let's take a look though at today's starting grid. It's Niren on pole with John Isa Harris starting alongside him in second. Anava lines up in third with Joe Eterno-Wilkes in fourth. Fifth on the grid, it's Jack Brembo McConnell and Alexander Doneden starts alongside. On row 4, it's the two Toms, Storm ahead of Tom Martinez on this occasion. Ninth for Veloce Surprise, what form he's had, Photon is 10th. 11th on the grid, it's Veloce Alonso with James Baldwin in 12th. And on the back row, Sally Sultan starts 13th with Formula Danny starting from the very back. Remember folks, you can vote for your driver of the day by telling us in the comments section below. But here we are down on the grid, ready for the start. It's damp conditions here. We've got 3 rounds to go in the championship. What twists lie ahead as the lights go out and Eterno Veloce sliding massively as he moves off the grid, and Storm, in the storm, breezes past him up into P4. Niren leading through the first corner, Anava challenging, he's made some ground. He's passed Veloce Isa through the first couple of corners and then looked like a lag touch there. I don't think he actually did touch Niren, and Niren in the end is sliding all the way down the order. They're all sliding down the order, and Veloce James, who was 12th at the start, is 3rd already. How has he done that? Sally's already 4th. It's like the parting of the seas in the midfield. Danny's already up to 5th. They've all made huge gains at the start of the race, and surely Anava and Doneden are going to get swallowed up very, very quickly indeed. And here they come already. Veloce James onto the charge as Doneden picks up a huge bit of oversteer going through this long right-hander. Down towards Spoon Corner they go. A huge traffic jam queuing up behind Anava on the opening lap of 5. James sends his nose up the inside and gets himself just about ahead of Veloce Doneden and up into P2. Now heading down towards 130R for the first time. Are we going to see any incredible overtakes? It doesn't look like it. Anava really struggling for confidence and grip. We're going 3 wide into the braking zone. Look at that. Prosena. That's the kind of memories I'm getting there. Veloce James takes the lead, and Formula Danny, through all the mayhem, through all the chaos, moves up into P2. Through he goes on Doneden and Anava, and he has made all the ground already. 1 lap gone, and James and Danny have made their way up from the very back into 1st and 2nd. Absolutely sensational stuff as Isa leaves the lobby. This is what happened to Doneden. So many cars struggling for traction off the start-finish line. Doneden was not one of them, and as other cars made mistakes, he just picked up places left, right and centre, and the German climbed up the order. There's Anava's apparent touch on Niren. I don't believe there was a touch. And Doneden just breezes past them all. That's where Niren went bouncing off into a spin. And this is Eterno Veloce, who had a really poor start, dropped several places. And what happened to him into the first egg? Now he's gone way off the road. Was there a touch? I'm not sure. Wow, big spin for him. And this is a replay of Arava. This is absolutely brilliant. Look at this, 3 wide into the braking zone. He's sandwiched in. Donia then forced wide. Then he's sandwiched in again. Sally forced out onto the runoff area. And that ruins all his hope of picking up a first win of the season. Sally, incredibly, is in this championship fight and hasn't won a race. Just imagine that, someone winning a championship without winning a race. And well, he's not hanging about for lost time here. He's passing ahead of her through the S's, and they go up the hill through the left-hander of Dunlop, and Sally moves up into 4th place on the 2nd lap out of 5. Behind Arava, we've got a battle between Storm and Tom, I believe. This is Veloce Donia then. Lap 2 out of 5, he's going to have Sally on his tail, and is Sally going to try a Kobayashi in the same car as Kobayashi at the Japanese Grand Prix? Yes, he is. Kobayashi hairpin, and has he completed the move? Donia then is no slouch though. He ain't giving it up. They're going to go side by side down towards the spoon curve. It's Sally going to have the upper hand. Look how late Donia then breaks. Fair play to him for trying to fight against the esports driver in Formula 1, but Sally is through up into 3rd. Donia then slides down to 4th. Veloce Donia then, of course, celebrating joining Fernando Alonso Esports. Congratulations to him. As Formula Danny in 2nd place chases down James. 2 of these guys near the top of the standings. You got to feel with the cushion that Formula Danny has though, he just needs to keep putting in consistent performances like this to the end of the season, and he should be champion. As Arava tries to continue his reasonable race so far, but he's going to have Storm on the inside. He's going to leave the room there. Storm's on the inside. Can he complete the move? That's a lovely move from Storm. Wow, huge car control, brilliant car control from Veloce Storm to get his way through and up into 5th place. Now Tom, no, that's Photon, sorry, going around the outside of Arava as if he wasn't even there, and eases past up into the top 6, and Arava drops to 7th, and now he's going to have Tom for company pretty soon. And those two have a history in the series, that's for sure. Here is Nerin, dropped into 9th place, fighting with Veloce Surprise, who is 10th, and right behind him. Should be easy for Surprise, and it is, as Nerin runs a little bit wide. And Surprise, who since joining the series at the midway point of the season, really has impressed. Surely a contender, if there is another squad sprint to come for the next championship. The way he's gone, he's been superb, very quick. Tom now passing Arava, so there wasn't much of a battle there. There is certainly a battle going on further up the road though, but we don't have cameras for that. And we'll go to Formula Danny, who's still trying to catch the E-Rock champion Veloce James. At the moment he's struggling to do it. 1.1 seconds is a lot to close in when these guys are so evenly matched on pace. They both race in the top tier in AOR. So Danny will have his work cut out if he wants to pass James in only 2 laps. 4th lap out of 5. Veloce James sits the fastest lap. That's immediately dismissed by Formula Danny, and there's only a 10th between them. As passing Sonch there was Veloce James. I'm not too sure if Sonch is actually a lap down or there's a lag issue. I'm not too sure. We'll find out near the end of the race. I don't like to watch these races live, watch these races and then commentate over it. I like to commentate it as if it's live, so I don't know what's happened there. So Arava in 8th place at the moment, having been overtaken by all 3 of the cars directly in front of him on the previous lap. Can he try and come back at them? As Surprise continues to catch him as well. As we go back to Formula Danny, Sonch has a big slide and goes off into the barrier, and yeah, he drops right down the order if he wasn't already down there. I'm not too sure if his car's desynced or what. We had a few issues with that earlier on in the series, back in, I believe it was Austria, when Tom took his victory. But look at this for a battle. This is really hotting up. Arava, Tom, all dueling with Veloce Surprise gaining as well. Storm in the battle too, farther up the road. Lap 4 out of 5 here at Suzuka. Eternal Veloce, he was 4th on the grid, but it's had a really poor race, and oh, he's gone straight into Brembo. And Brembo retires. Franz tossed with his head in his hands. Not a good weekend for Toro Rosso. And I think the Red Bull guys, the Red Bull boss, will be sacking them at this rate. Donia then in 4th place. I think the track's drying out. That's why you saw Joe on the dry tires. They're all struggling for grip on the intermediates at the moment. So it's going to be a case of tippy-toeing to the line on the final lap of the race. Is that going to open up any opportunity for a different result, an unexpected result? Is that what it's going to do? Through the first corner they go. Anafa's still got a reasonable amount of grip though, and he's 8th at the moment. Really tight between these drivers, fighting between 4th and 8th. Anafa at the tail of the train with Surprise right there as well in 9th as we go up to Donny again at the front of the train, holding on from Photon. Can he stay there? That's the question for Veloce Donny then. He's got really quick drivers behind him on this final lap, and there's the pressure telling. He makes a mistake. Photon flies past him. Will he lose any more ground though? That's the question. Photon really wide. They're struggling for grip on these intermediate tires. The track is bone dry. Look at Tom sliding. Look at Anafa sliding. They're all struggling, and here comes Surprise trying to pull alongside Anafa. Is he going to make that move? As they go side by side, off the track goes Storm in a big way. And he's off the circuit. Well, there you go. The conditions changing has brought a few surprises. Few errors from the driver. Surprise now making a big mistake, but he's going to keep it all together as we go back to the guys at the front. Veloce James is going to take victory once again in the series. He wins here at Suzuka with Formula Danny in second. Formula Danny chasing him down, but he couldn't do enough to win the race. It's still a good result for his championship. A Surprise has a huge moment. Is Anafa going to get there and then run to the line? No, he's not. Surprise just clings on in a dramatic final lap here at Suzuka. What a race that was. It's Veloce James winning for the second race running here at Suzuka with Formula Danny in second. Another good result for him. He strengthens his grip at the top of the standings. Continuous results like that should be able to seal him the World Championship. Sally comes home in third with 15 points, with Photon in fourth. Alexander Donadin picks up 5th place and 10 World Championship points. Tom Martinez in 6th, 8 points, with Veloce Surprise in 7th with 6 points. Not a good day for him. Anafa comes home in 8th, 4 points in the bag for him. He nearly beat Surprise at the end. Tom Storm Lartelo with that big slide is 9th. And that was that. Formula Danny on top then. 304 points. Look at the gap he has. 50 points ahead of Sally Saltan. Surely that is too hard to overturn. Double points though at the last race. So everything to play for in the remaining 2 rounds. Sally second then. Veloce James in third with Photon in fourth. 5th place in the standings. Veloce Surprise with Veloce Surprise in 6th. Tom is now 7th in the standings ahead of Ben in 8th. Tom Storm Lartelo drops down to 9th place with Alexander Donadin in 10th. Primero 11th at the moment with Jack Brimble McConnell in 12th. Joe Eternal Wilkes is 13th in the standings with Anafa in P14. John Isa Harris is 15th, and Niren at the moment, good old Niren, is plumb last in 16th place. That's it for this race, folks. Be sure to vote for your driver of the day, and of course let us know where you want to go racing for the finale, round 22. Let us know in the comments section below.
Next time, round 21, Italy.